Hello, good morning. This is Taib at HowStoKicks.com, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And I know some may complain and say, hey, I'm not a Christian, and I don't even believe Jesus was born on Christmas, which we all know that he was not born on Christmas. But if you truly understand the story behind the advent of Christ, then it makes all the sense, because what happened was when Romans were celebrating the god Mithras, who was a god of the conquered sun, sun. So the Christians didn't want to be part of that. So what they said was, we are going to turn around and we are going to celebrate the one who actually created the sun, sun. So we are going to celebrate the Lord who came on earth to intercede and die for mankind. So I want to wish you Merry Christmas. Now, for more on the story, you can check the link in the description. I did a whole show on that. Now, today we are going to try to identify the fake J Balvin Air Jordan 1 High. So before I get into it though, I want to point a couple of things out. There are two batches that have been out. Like, first, let me show you the original batch that came out. This one came out, which I'm pointing out, like several months ago. And this one, if you look at the box, there's like a pink portion underneath the box. As soon as you see that, don't even waste your time. Don't get this shoe. It is fake. Now, they came out with a new one that does not have that pink portion underneath it. So now this morning, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to quickly authenticate these Jordan 1 Balvin, both fakes that I've seen. So basically, I leaned on a lot of things that I saw on YouTube. So I did almost like a recap, and I put all the stuff that I put together to try and give you like a quicker way to do this real quick. But you may want to also, now this is the updated fake. Now, if you look, a couple of things that you want to see is both sizes are like size 8.5. So technically they should have the same features. But if you look here, this overlay here basically sits above and like goes beyond the line here. This is the authentic pair. You see, it goes beyond the line. And look here, there's a spacing here. You see that there's no spacing on the authentic pair. And again, if you look at this swoosh logo here, the double stitches are showing. You can see that, right? On the fake pair, they are not showing anywhere. There's only the one single stitch, which means this heel overlay is actually sitting a little too high. And if you look at these stitches here, look at the spacing between the heel overlay and the stitching. On the authentic pair is much wider. On the fake pair is really, really, really small, smaller gap. Now let's go on to the next picture. Now, if you look again, this picture I obtained from this dude named True versus Fufu. He did real versus fake. So I saw some of this thing. I took a screenshot and I say, okay, this is important. I want to show it. Now, if you look at the bottom here, this heel liner on the authentic pair, it almost looks like a V. On the fake pair, it's really curvy. You see the curving here? It's not the same at all. So as soon as you see your pair, put it aside and look at it and see if yours does the same thing. If it does it, then you know you've been gypped. Now the next thing we're going to look at is the the toe box. Now there appears to be almost like loose threads at the edges of the authentic pair fringes. You can see that here, right? But on the fake one, they are really smooth and clean. You don't see any of it. But then I also looked at the fake, and if you look at the fake closely, you will see that like this portion here is like poor craftsmanship. It's not really like straight, it's crooked. Well, on the authentic, you do not see that at all. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to look at, again, this is again the fringes, and you can see them here. It's almost like loose thread. It's rough around the edges on the authentic pair. On the fake pair is very, very smooth. You don't see that at all. And then let's go on to the next. The back of the shoe. There's a lot of things to notice here. First of all, the gap between the edge of the liner and the overlay here is much smaller on the fake pair. You can see this is the authentic pair on the left, fake pair on the right. Okay, you can see this gap here is much smaller than it is on the authentic pair. And if you look at the depth, you see there's like a depth to it. Even I would talk about that here. See, it's like sharp and it goes down. Here is really shallow. And if you look at the edges again, you can see that there's like the fringes here that are nowhere to be seen on the fake pair. And if you look at the tab, see that tab here? the gap between the threads and the stitches and the top of the tab is much wider on the authentic pair. It's very minimal on the fake. Again, these are both same sizes. Technically, they should have the same thing. And again, you could look at the edges here. See the fringes? Nowhere to be seen on the fakes. Same thing here. You can see fringes here, more loose threads, kinda, and very smooth on the fake pair, which is actually weird when you think about it, right? And then the next thing is, this is what I saw when he was doing it. These is a lot of things. The patches, like if you look, the patches on the fake pair, like they're really like rough here. They're much smoother on the authentic, and you're gonna see a bunch more here. Look, patches here are very rough and uneven, and the jump band do not look the same. Look at the jump band here, much bigger jump band on the authentic pair. And then let's keep going. Again, this is not even centered, and the pink color is not the same. You see the pink here, this is not centered here. This lightning bolt is not, and look, this almost looks like a lemon. So it's not very straight. And let's keep going. Again, another picture of the back, which I showed you earlier. Now you can argue about the leather here, but I feel like leather is always like sometimes changes, but you can see that there's more wrinkles here on the fake pair. And if you look again closely enough, if you look, the fringes nowhere to be seen on the fakes. And you can see here again, more fringes here, very smooth on the fakes. And then the next thing we're going to look at is laces again. When I was watching this video, I saw that this is something that he pointed out, and you see the color is not the same. And the laces are more fuller on the authentic pair. You see, they're almost like the height is higher. The height is higher. Interesting, right? Again, the color is not the same. Like this pink here is like a darker pink, a darker green, not pink. What am I saying? A lighter green on this one here. And then we're gonna look at these again, same thing. See, this is now is lighter here, and the pink is not the same. Again, the height. Laces are more full on the authentic pair. And you can actually go back on my site and watch this whole thing if you want. And then he did the black light, and if you look at the black light again, this is the bad fake. A lot of perforations, a lot of dots here showing here. These are the threads. Again, poor craftsmanship. You can see it over here on the authentic pair. They are nowhere to be seen at the black light, so you can do that as well. And if you look at the laces of the authentic pair, they glow when you put them, submit them to the black light. On the authentic pair, they glow. On the fake pair, they don't glow at all. Now, this is it for it. So I also wanted to share a couple of things with you on my website. I just worked on the Kobe, the fake. I did a side-by-side on the fake Kobe 6 Grinch this morning. So you may want to check that up too. See the link in the description. Now, if you want to buy the authentic J Balvin Air Jordan 1, I have links for you on my website. Again, I'll provide you with a link in the description where you can get authentic pair. You could just go ahead and click this, and it's going to take you to eBay via authenticity guaranteed, so you can get that. All right, thanks for watching, guys. This is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more.